Right, Mind the Gap is a student society. This is their first year of being a fully fledged student society. They are trying to increase awareness of mental health and also helping fight the misconceptions around mental health issues. And we also discuss things like topical issues like the recent plane crash and things like that. I got involved with it when I was in my second year, and one of my friends came to me and said, you organised a guest speaker, the guy with, there was a man with a brain injury who I organised for our psychology society, and then my friend was like, oh, could we get him involved with the Mind the Gap conference? And I was like, oh, what's that? And I inquired and I got involved, and then I was part of the young people section, so I later managed to get on to going to schools and actually helping teach children at local primary schools about mental health, and it's just been a really fantastic thing to be a part of, really. Yeah. Well, I think largely there's just kind of, it's a double-edged sword where like we're aware that we're supposed to be under pressure for exams, for coursework and stuff. We're here at university, we know it's academic and we know that you're under stress and pressure, but at the same time it can be too much, but then you don't want to complain about it really because you feel like everyone's in the same boat, why am I complaining? But then some students do have genuine mental health issues, have anxiety, have depression, and so it can be reassuring to be part of a group that kind of recognises that we all have anxiety, but the stress and anxiety can get a lot worse and it can be very debilitating. It can be really like hard to cope with, and so it's just nice to have people who actually understand that more than the average individual. I do think there's an issue of not feeling the confidence to be able to approach things like the Students' Union, the Student Advice Centre, because it can be quite a daunting step. And when you've taken that step and you kind of get rebuffed a little bit, it can dishearten you from doing it again. So I think that's something that might need to be addressed, and maybe more access to counselling, etc., would be beneficial, really. Yeah, I think definitely there is, and it's also very different depending on the circumstances because people don't want to just bring it up, like saying like I've had to fill out a PEC form because I've got depression or whatever. You don't want to bring that up straight after an exam period or straight after a coursework deadline because then it's almost like you're using it as an excuse and you don't want it to be perceived that way. But you can't help suffering from these things, and they do tend to get worse around more stressful time periods, etc. So it's really difficult for students to find the right balance between like getting help but then also trying to just get on with it because you don't want to be a burden on your friends or the staff or lecturers or whomever. So it's really difficult to juggle it all really. Just get it going up. Yeah.